I'm Emery.
I'm Chloe.
Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Ben.
And
this is Table Talk.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Nice job.
So we're done then?
No, we're not done. No. We just got good. Okay, welcome to Table Talk. We are joined here today by Mr. Ben. Oh, I forgot to tell you, no last names and don't say where you live. Okay?
Sure.
So you can't say you live on Cherry Street, which is our... because
I would never do that.
I don't think there is a Cherry Street.
Right.
Cherry
Is there?
Street.
No.
You would know because you're a
Not in this
firefighter.
town. Right.
That's crazy. So, like, do you know where everything is?
Every street is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine your mind is like a map.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
So Ben is here. He's joined with it. Ben has a lot of titles. He has a lot of titles. He is a husband. He's a dad. He is a firefighter. Do you still do real estate?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, so you're not a realtor anymore.
That's right.
But you are a landscaper.
You're right.
And
Right.
you are an elder.
Yes.
And above all else, he's a follower of Jesus. That'd be first. I missed that one.
It's all
But
right.
yeah, so what was your week like?
Well, I will make one distinction. I'm not a landscaper.
Oh, okay.
Jason gets no work out of me.
Oh, really?
I just talk to clients and get that squared away.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I
No
am not-
no shovels for me.
No shovels for me.
Right.
I am not a landscaper. I do
Right.
not do that stuff. That's okay. But your other job is really hard, like being a firefighter.
Yeah, it's fun. That's I've been at that a long time, and one of the things I really love about being a firefighter is no 2 days are the same.
Oh, I bet.
It's always different.
Is it really hard being on like 24 hours? Like
Yeah,
you get to take
sometimes
naps?
it's like anything. Sometimes the day goes by pretty quickly, and then other times it's just a grind.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, we have a dorm, so every firefighter has a bed,
Nice.
and so some nights, like last night, I worked and I didn't go anywhere after midnight.
Oh, really?
So
So you
my
actually
shift
got
ends
to
at
sleep?
7 a.m. So
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's
Can
pretty.
you imagine
That's
doing
pretty
that?
rare to be able to sleep through like that. And the citizens of Lincoln gave us a night off.
That's
last night,
nice.
so
That's
yeah, it
nice
was.
of
It
them.
was
Nobody
good.
had any problems.
Nope.
I know that's like in your job. Really, it's like you really don't want to have anything to do because if you do, that means somebody's in a bad place.
Right.
Like,
right.
that's, like-
Well, that's what my wife Kara and I both work. She works in the medical field and at a doctor's clinic, and that's what we said years ago. We're like, you realize that nobody sees us professionally when they're having a good
That's
day.
true.
It's just all the bad days they get to see us.
Although
so.
with your landscaping, you get to like bring joy
That's
that
right.
way,
I
so that
do.
you
That's
get
right.
that a little bit, which
That's
is
right.
nice. Yeah, that's pretty
right.
cool.
And if you're interested in landscaping, you can call By Design Landscaping in Lincoln, Illinois.
Nice.
Can they sponsor us?
Yeah, we need a sponsor.
I think they
need
just
a
did.
sponsor.
They just sponsored
I think
us.
they
That's
just
great.
did.
That's great. We will be sending you an invoice of our
That's right.
sponsoring fee.
That's right. The
So that-
talent.
Yeah, so we can buy new cables. I don't know. We need longer cords. That'd be a helpful little
I'm certain
addition
he's
to
going
us.
to make us edit
There
that
you go.
out.
He'll probably. That's fine. What's new this week, Chloe and Emery?
No school tomorrow, which is nice. For
Oh, that's
reasons
right.
I don't think we're allowed to say.
Why aren't we allowed to say?
I don't know. I don't.
Our girls basketball team
Yeah.
is going to state.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we don't know what's going to happen. Like when you watch this, we will know the event.
Yeah.
We will
Oh,
know
wow.
what
True,
happened
we will.
Wow.
when you're going to see this.
Can we do predictions?
Oh, boy.
What do we?
Oh yeah.
Sure, do predictions. Why not?
Sure.
Okay, you guys first.
Yeah. You guys first.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be negative, so they're going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
No
it home.
negativity.
Yeah.
Bringing home the
They're gonna
big
bring it home.
trophy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that way the fire
sure.
department can welcome them to town with all of their
Yep.
lights and sirens and all that.
That's right.
That'd be a good time, right?
And that's my shift, so it'll
Oh,
be
is
fun.
it really?
Yep.
That's even better.
Yep.
Nice.
That'll be
Do they bring
fun.
out all the fire trucks
For that, we might.
That'd be cool.
Usually it gets one, but
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal,
event.
town. Don't have any problems. Don't have any
That's
problems
right.
when they come back
That's
to town
right.
because we need everybody to
yeah,
support.
wise choices. That's
Wise
right.
choices all day long.
That's right.
Okay, that's important. That's important. So what else? You didn't have school tomorrow, so that's good. What else is going on new? Nothing?
What's going on new, Chloe?
Deep. Very deep. That's fine. That's fine. In my life, I got to go to... Oh, go ahead.
Our spring musical started.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's
That'll
fun.
be fun.
Yeah.
Spring musical. What are you doing again?
We're doing Little Women.
Oh, that's right. That'll be good.
yeah.
Little Women. That'll be fun. I got to go to Kansas last
Nice.
weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that was my second time in Kansas, and the people of Kansas are very nice.
Yep.
So that's my big takeaway. They are very nice, very pleasant, and they like talk to you nicely when you're at the gas station. Because sometimes in the gas station, people can be kind of mean, but not in Kansas. They're nice. At least the like 2 people that I saw, they were very nice.
Good.
So there you go. Okay, so Ben, thanks for being here. We're gonna play a game. Here we go. What is our game? Duck, duck, what? I'm gonna say goose. Okay, so here it is. This is how we're gonna play. So how you
boy.
play? We're gonna read the provided clues.
Okay.
And then we're going to solve. Each one of us, we have to figure it out. Okay. So we're competing against each other because they see the answers, so
I
they can't
see.
compete.
All right.
And then we're gonna solve the missing word, and you have to be the first one to get it right. But every answer rhymes with the word goose.
All right, and we just yell it out when we know
You just
it.
yell it out when you think it is.
All right.
So the strategy could be just say everything you can think of. That may or may not be my
How,
strategy.
how many words can rhyme with goose?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. This is when my brain freezes and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one.
All right.
Just to get it. Okay.
Moose.
Yes, Ben.
So yeah, this is gonna be rough. Okay, you have one. I have
All
0
right.
points. Okay, here we go.
What?
Oh, we got it.
No.
The answer.
Okay, next.
Oh.
Oh.
Pumpkin.
It's not spelled the same. It just rhymes.
Okay, farming vegetables. What are we vegetable? Corn, beans, soybeans.
Boy, this is
Should we, like,
sad.
come up with
Sunflower
hints?
seeds.
No.
Those are, none of these rhyme. I have no
Nope.
idea what this could be. I thought this was gonna be a lot easier. Harvest, farming,
Moose was easy.
Wow.
vegetables. Harvest, farming, vegetables.
I don't know.
What's a vegetable?
Spruce is a tree,
Spruce.
but yeah,
No.
Although that's
not
not
a
right.
vegetable.
It's not farming.
Eggplant. No, that doesn't rhyme either. I'm struggling. What is a vegetable that
Oh man.
beets? Strawberries. That's a fruit.
Okay.
It's a vegetable.
I'm just gonna go.
Hold
for
on.
it.
Give us a hint.
Oh.
Give us a hint.
It's not a specific kind of any.
Think broad.
Broad.
Very, very broad.
Fruits. No, that doesn't rhyme either.
Like what do you
Harvest, farming, vegetables.
like? What would you get at a farmer's market? Like what is that?
Produce.
There you
Produce.
go. Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh wow.
Okay, 2-0. I am already terrible at this game. I don't like it.
Next.
Play something else. Slack, unsecured, detached.
Loose.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like this game.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Ready?
All right. Yep.
Oh.
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 Excuse.
Dang
Yeah.
it. I'm
After
freezing.
after the produce, he.
Produce, excuse.
Yeah. Produce was weak.
4 to 0.
Okay, ready?
4 to 0.
This one's easy. I believe in you, Zach.
Thank you.
Ready? Go.
Juice.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you for going easy on me on that one.
Nice.
4 to 1. At least I don't have to go home empty-handed.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Bruce.
Yes, Zach.
Oh, I am officially
Ben.
going to get kicked out of my family.
It's okay. It's my favorite movie. You
Oh
get,
my
you get a-
gosh.
well, that's hold on. I need
Yeah,
a
there's no
disclaimer.
coming back
That's my
after that.
favorite Pixar movie. My favorite movie is Lord of the Rings. So I need to say that before Kenny gets mad at me. Okay,
It was Bruce.
Bruce.
Which I was not expecting.
4 to 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Next.
Zeus.
Ah,
It is Zeus.
I was still reading Olympus when he said that. It's like doggone it. Okay.
Truce.
Nice.
Do you do crosswords?
I do not.
I feel like
You should.
No, but I blurt out random words
there
all
it
the
is.
time, so that's my thing.
okay, there it is. Okay. Lonely. No. Solitary.
this is-
Solitary.
Wasn't this one of
These
our
are
vocabulary
your
words?
vocabulary
Yeah,
words,
these are
guys.
for our school. Dang.
Recluse.
Oh,
Zeus, yeah.
I'm so ashamed of myself. Get another one easy on down here. I'm not doing very well.
Okay.
Got two,
What
Zach.
is it? Like 1,000,000,000 to 0 to 2? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Deuce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Finally. 1,000,000,000 to 3.
I think it's one like
Caboose.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah.
7 to 3.
7 to 3.
Is it 7?
Guys, I'm just pressing buttons. I don't know.
That's fine.
7 to 3.
Seuss.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
8 to 3.
I would not be good in high stress situations. This is why I'm not a firefighter.
Yes.
This is like
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
This is the key right
There
here.
it is.
This,
You have to be able to pick
That's
words that
right.
rhyme with goose in order to be a good firefighter because I'm just freezing. Okay.
reduce.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's okay, Zach.
I'm obviously not good at
No
rhyming.
one's gonna take any sort of license away from you.
They
You're-
should. The license
okay.
to read. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Spruce.
Spruce.
There's
Yes.
a spruce. There it came back.
Good job.
I only got that one because you said it earlier. That's the only reason.
9 to 4.
I don't know, Chloe. I don't know.
Deduce.
Deduce.
But you got
You
it.
got
though,
that.
Zach,
I did
but
get
You
it,
did.
but you did
He
beat me.
10 to
That's
4.
all right.
I have 3. 4? Oh, we'll take
have
4.
4.
Your
Yeah.
answer's better. Yeah, I like that.
No, you have 4. You had 3 earlier.
Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Obtruse. Okay.
Obtuse, but
Obtuse.
close enough.
That doesn't count because I actually saw. I'm gonna take myself out. I saw that one
Oh.
when I put the slides in. That's the only one though. So that one doesn't count.
Okay, well,
I only
that
get 4.
was the last one.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah,
that was
it
really
was.
good. Moose, spruce, deduce, reduce, recluse. That's
you have
fun.
no idea how much trouble I am for missing the
For
one
missing
Disney
the only
question.
Disney one.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
your family's gonna be.
I might need to borrow your couch.
If you,
Disney
need,
question.
if you need a place to stay, just let me
That's
know.
absolutely gonna happen.
Okay, so we wanted you to come on the show because part of Table Talk is we're learning how to curiously discern God's world, and so part of that is we want to curiously seek God with all of our hearts. We want to seek Him, and then we want to be inquisitive, but we also want to be discerners because we don't want to just accept everything because we have to think about what is truth, what's not truth, and so we have to practice those critical thinking skills, but then have that like curiosity like a little kid to seek after Jesus. So we want to like learn how do we do that. So we have like different questions and stuff, and so we wanted to interview different people that mean a lot to us so that we can learn from your experience of living like Jesus. And so we just wanted to kind of like pick your brain and see what you think. And since you have a lot of things, like you're an elder, we talked about, and you're also a leader at the gathering, high school youth group. And so we just really wanted to like, just learn from you, just to get to know you a little bit better so that people can see who you are and things like that. So to our massive subscriber base, we have 101 people, and maybe more than that. We have so many subscribers. We are going viral with our like 40 views that we have.
Well, I'll put a stop to that.
Exactly. But to our 40 viewers, we just wanted to do this. So here you go. First question. We got 5 questions.
All right.
First question. What do you love most about serving in the StuMin, in the student ministry? What do you love most about serving in the student ministry?
Well, I've had 2 roles in student ministry: the junior high kids, which are maniacs, and
That is the truth. You know who you are.
yeah. I love how they're like all out when it's time to play. They play. They're less concerned about what other people are thinking about them while they're cutting loose and being crazy.
Yeah.
That was super fun. But I really love the gathering work because of stuff like this, where they're wrestling with bigger concepts and deeper things. And when you get a kid that's a teenager, a student that is a teen, I don't know if kid is offensive, but it's certainly not meant
I don't
that
know.
way.
Are you offended when we call you a kid?
No.
Not really.
Okay, well that's
I mean,
good.
I am a kid. So,
Typically, everybody gets called kiddo, whether they're 70 or
People
80
still
or
call me
whatever,
kiddo,
for sure.
and that's fine because
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
But I love that process of kind of working through some of those bigger things.
Yeah.
And I started that process in high school, and so it's neat to be a part of that and maybe help, but definitely get to watch and watch that process flow. It's pretty neat.
No, that is cool. And I know from talking to the students that are in your small group, they really appreciate your perspective and what you have to like, because you're helping them walk through it. And you're a thinker. I mean, you don't just like, you want to not just accept like, here are these truths, but like, why are they true? Like, what does this mean? Like, if somebody says this about our faith, like, is that
Well,
legit? I want to seek it out and actually know what I'm talking about. So, which is cool.
I'll tell you, on our honeymoon, we went to a museum. It was the Ripley's Believe It or Not
Oh,
museum.
nice.
And like every station that we'd stop and kind of read the story, I'd say, nope, I don't believe it. And she's like, you're such a skeptic. And I'm like, listen, they gave me the option. They said I could believe it or not.
Yeah,
and I choose, it's bunk. I don't buy it.
But I think it's cool.
But
like
that is the way my mind works.
Yeah.
When I hear something, even when it clicks and it like, that sounds true. And then it's like, I better think about that.
For sure.
And just kind of keep grinding on that until either I abandon it or I really become convinced. And so it's hard to shut off, but my mind does it all of the time.
Yeah,
So,
but I think that's a good thing because, I mean, Paul talks about how we're supposed to take every thought captive. Like, we can't just, we can't just kind of like willy-nilly, like our faith is like, yeah, sure, it's all good.
Yep.
And some people are wired that way, and that's okay.
testing that against Scripture, though,
Yeah.
is the key, where you're not just testing against what somebody else thinks.
Yeah,
or what
exactly.
And in today's YouTube world, there's just nonstop options of opinions and advice, and there has to be a standard to test that against.
Absolutely.
And that's the process.
Yeah. Which is cool. And it's cool that you do that and you model that not only for your family, but you model that for students that are here.
Yeah.
And that's really important, I think. So, thanks for sharing that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you're as a leader, but then also an elder. So here's the big question. Let's see how you answer this one.
Oh, boy.
Ready?
Yeah.
What is technically an elder? Because when I think elder, I think, no offense, when you hear the word elder,
An old person.
you think old person, right? Like there's our elder, like elderly or that kind of thing, which you are not elderly at all. So I'm not insinuating that in any way, shape or form. Okay. But like when you think like if somebody who's coming to youth group maybe doesn't come to church, like what is an elder? Like what's
well, that's a model for the church that was set out in Scripture, and in fact in our 5x5x5 reading plan. We've been in Acts, and it references this group of leaders that they call elders that is a source for some wisdom and guidance, but sometimes, which is true with any group of people or anytime you have more than one person, there's going to arise some sort of disagreements or kind of a question about what's the best path. And so it really sets out this group of leaders to be able to take the responsibility for the guidance and the direction and that's really the thing. It's not necessarily a matter of a certain amount of wisdom or a certain achievement or accomplishment that qualifies you for eldership, but these men take responsibility for leadership, and that's really what that is. To take the responsibility, as we say, to use Scripture as the guide and say, this is what we think is healthy for the church, and to make sure that we stay on that path.
No, that's cool. Yeah, you're the guiders, the leaders, the kind of guardrails too of like, hey, this is where this is our sandbox. This is where we play.
And there's a lot of imagery too of shepherds that protect the flock. So we're on watch and we're looking, and there's infiltration from society that says, Scripture is outdated and these church beliefs, these church traditions are wrong, and this needs to be the new path. And maybe it does, but that's part of our responsibility to see what engages with the flock and to make sure that we're on guard for that.
Yeah, for sure. Because as things change, you learn different things. You want to do new things, but you always have to make sure that it's rooted in Scripture as well. You can't deviate from that. Our elders are awesome because you do that really well and lead us really well. I mean, I think I don't think a lot of people realize how blessed we are to have the leadership that we do. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge blessing that God's given us, and I think it's cool. And so, I mean, that's you and the other people, or the, I don't know, 11 of you, 10 of you, however.
11 now.
11 now. So, that you lead us and guide us in that way, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, no, that's helpful. Be the shepherds, the guiders. Yeah.
Well, the term elder, which is kind of fun, and we joke about it all the time, one thing I will say for the crew here, your view of what qualifies as old will change. As every birthday, it'll be like, this used to be old. It's not anymore.
Yeah, I bet.
But I will say that there is some wisdom that only years and experience can give you. And
Yeah.
I think there is some overall wisdom with just making sure you're seeking advice and guidance from
Yeah.
guys who have just seen a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day about how sometimes it's really easy. You kind of look at people and it's like, what makes people really wise is because they've seen a lot. Like
Yep.
they've had to deal with stuff. They failed some. They've seen other people's failures, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole."
I just
to
heard
be able to,
one.
like,
Yeah.
it's the wisdom of just being around, like what that does.
Well, I just heard one the other day. It was something I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something like calm seas never made a great captain.
Ah, yeah.
And I was like, that's
good.
That's really good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Calm seas never made a good captain. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on my wall.
Do it.
I should put that on my wall. I need a picture of rough seas though. Somebody make that for me if you're watching. Okay, that's cool. So you've been an elder how long?
This is year 5.
That's cool.
Just started year 5.
That's fun.
Yep.
That's so fun. So since you've been an elder for 5 years, what do you love about being an elder? What is your like? This is cool. We won't ask you what you don't like.
No.
We won't do that on air. We won't do that. What you do love? What do you love the most?
Well, this is kind of a selfish thing, but this collection of guys, there is a ton of wisdom in those guys. And so I get to benefit from that.
Oh, yeah.
This is a huge learning thing for me, just to be able to sit with those guys. And it's amazing when we're kind of dealing with some sort of issue and thinking about it. It's in my mind, and I'm kind of working through that. And I think I've got a handle on the whole complexity of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And we come in, and then these guys start sharing. It's like, man, I didn't think about that. Man, that's a really good way to look at that. And so I'm growing. This is like master class of just good-hearted guys that have attained a bunch of wisdom. And so for me, that's great. It's like they say the presidency ages you at a faster rate. I'm learning at a faster rate. Just being in a room with good guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's kind of selfish, but I love that.
No,
I mean,
you are your own. I mean, in a good way. You are your own iron sharpens iron community.
Yeah.
Which you need that for leaders. Like if you're gonna be the shepherds of the church, then you guys as like helping each other become better shepherds.
Yeah.
And that's gonna naturally happen just by being there and doing that work. And so that's cool. I mean, I think it's exciting. It's cool to hear that really matters.
Yeah.
Because that would just naturally
Well, it's
happen.
kind of a
It's fun.
relief too, because those things that I'm just not certain, I don't arrive at something concrete on my own. When there's consensus, then I'm like, okay, well, I totally can lean into that and trust that.
Yeah. Which
That's good.
is a good like pivot point too for us, like, so Chloe and Emery for you two, of like find people that do that for you, like to have people that you're surrounded with that like can go, hey, let me give you a different perspective on that because how you're thinking about that may not be the best. And then you can learn. I mean, that's what the church is about, is the community part of us helping each other live like Jesus. You can't do it by yourself. I mean, that's and so take heart to that. Not just you two, but everybody watching too. I know I need that with my friends that do that too. But that's cool.
It works in relationships too.
Yeah.
I joke all the time because Kara and I complement each other, but we're very different people. And it's funny, our girls will come and they'll ask me a question. I'm like, that's a mom question. I'm not your guy. That's yeah. You need a responsible parent. I agree, and that's your mom. You're out of luck here.
Love it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so funny. Oh gosh. Okay, so we asked you questions about being an elder, and I think what's also important for us too, like people watching, is like what led you to become a Christian. Just in a so you here you are an elder. I mean, that's a huge deal. But let's go back to the beginning here of where God really started working on your heart, where you're like, yeah, I want to be a Christian.
Yeah. Well, the way I grew up, it was a very, very safe, very loving home, and it was always Christ-centered. So that's very much the environment I grew up in.
Yeah.
So automatically, I saw benefits of that, the way that mom and dad chose to live and the way they chose to support us and that. So that was always kind of just an assumed thing when I was really young, that I would just follow that. Once you get older, you start thinking, well, I may not want to choose their career path, or I may not, want to make those same choices. And that was one of those things that in my early years, it was just kind of an assumed thing that I would follow that path. I love Jesus. I know church. This is going to be a thing. But as I got older and really into high school, I started kind of playing through some of those bigger questions. And it was really kind of a game of what are other alternate tracks. Okay, so I see atheists here. And what reaction do I have when I hear them talk, when I hear them say that the Bible is a myth, it's an outdated thing, and now that we have science, we don't need the mythology of, the flood or those kind of things. And my mind kind of wanted to run those down. And as I went through that process, what the result really was that I find truth in what I was raised to believe. And God gave us a remarkable gift, and our response to that is really what life is, what life is about. And so I was a sophomore. I was 15, and I had a really good summer and a lot of quiet time and a lot of prayer. And I went to CIY.
Nice.
And that was a very impactful time for me. And I came back and I'm like, that's it. That's I don't know what my future is going to bring. I don't know what my occupation or my family or what God's going to gift me with or give me. But one thing is, I'm just going to follow him, and I can lock that one thing in at 15. Sure. That's how I'm going to spend my life. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to think back of this is the event or the time around, the time that you're like, wow, that really hit me really hard.
Yep.
Because similarly for me, CIY my junior year, that's where things just clicked.
Yeah.
And so it was this is cool, and it's fun to have those those events in your life that you can look back on and go, this is crazy cool.
I had a really good buddy, Matt, that he was sitting next to me, and he had his Bible, and we were doing this worship session, and he was just flipping furiously, and then he would hand me the Bible and point to a paragraph, and I would read it and hand it back, and then he'd go find something else, and things that were impactful to him. I don't know what metric he used to find those, but it was really, I guess God leading him to walk that process with me, and I got emotional during that thing, and he's just flipping like crazy, and it was a neat thing, and it was just and then it was just surrender. Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that is super cool. So, now you've been a Christian now for a long time.
Long time.
Not super long because you're not old. Sort of short of amount of time.
Elder.
Yeah. But not elderly. Right. Not anywhere close. No ly at the end of that. I got that. None of that. But so you've been walking with Jesus. So what are some ways that can be helpful for us to just learning from you? What are some ways that you seek closeness with God?
Yeah. I do like to read scripture. I've never done that just completely in order and through the book. I've never done it that way. But I'll take books and I'll just read a book of the Bible, and kind of study through that. And what I like to do is I like to read that, and then I'll just go on YouTube and see what sermons are available from that text. And sometimes I'll listen to 2 or 3 or 4 different takes on that, and kind of dig into it that way. I just enjoy doing that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that is super cool.
Yeah.
It's nice being able to have access to stuff like that, to hear a bunch of different sermons and things like that.
Yep.
And have it right there on your fingertips. Yeah.
My memory's no good, so it's
but that's
tough.
not because he's an elder. No. Right. Not because he's older. No. Right. It's all the smoke you've had to breathe in for being a firefighter. Right. That's what it is.
Right. It's something.
That's crazy. No, that's cool. I really appreciate you coming. I think it's important. I'm a big believer. There's this passage in Judges chapter 2 that talks about how Israel, another generation, grew up, but they didn't know the Lord.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's so important. I never want that verse to be said on my watch, kind of a thing. It's always been a big deal to me since I learned about that verse in college. And so I want, that's part of why this of we need to pass this wisdom down to teenagers, because they're not only just the future of the church, they're the church now, and to instill that in them and to learn that so they can stand on your shoulders. You know, because you're here because of, you know, you talked about your parents. You know, you're standing, your grandparents. You know, you're standing on their shoulders, just as I'm standing on the shoulders of my parents and my grandparents. And so to help them, like, we can be those shoulders for the students that are watching this right now. And so that's huge.
It's one of those things when I was young, reading about some of these people in Scripture, and I'm not equating, you know, their stories with me. But like Moses gets asked to do something extraordinary, and he says, "I'm slow of speech and tongue. I'm not your guy. I can't do that." And several of these where they're just put in these positions of leadership, and not because they're not because they possess a value that makes that possible, but God picks these people and puts them in the place. And I wondered when I was young if he would have a place in leadership for me, and
that's cool.
That kind of. So it's been kind of a neat thing to see that up close, where it's like, it's not anything I bring to the table, but being willing to serve in that, and he makes it work out. He loves his church, so
absolutely,
he protects them from us, I guess.
for sure. Oh, that's cool. Emery, Chloe, you have anything to add?
No, I don't think so.
Any questions you want to ask? No, it's cool.
This was fun. Thanks for setting this up.
Thanks for coming.
So thank you so much, Emery and Chloe, for running the 1s and 2s today. Appreciate you always making it sound amazing and all the transitions and stuff. You two are the bomb. Super cool. So thank you, Ben, for being here. Appreciate it. This is so fun. I love being able to do table talk. It means a lot to me. And to be able to hear people's stories is super cool.
This is really fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
Thanks for letting me play along.
You need to tell your other elder buddies so we can
I'll get them in here.
Too.
I'll get them in here.
That'd be super cool.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for watching Table Talk. Make sure that you like this video, hit subscribe, and hit the alerts so that you can know when videos get released. Thanks so much. See you guys.